Hey YouTube, it's Langsta here, and this is episode 5 of my entire cooking Final Fantasy food series and episode 2 of the cup noodle specials. Today I'm going to be cooking the egg version of the cup noodles. Firstly, I'm going to be going through some of the questions which you guys sent me, thank you very much. And I'm going to be introducing my roommate in voice only. He's going to be asking the questions and I'll be answering them as he asks.
Okay, so the first one is from Greenspark. First question they ask is, are you a learned or hobby cook?
So I'm a hobby cook. I've learned to cook on my own because I love eating. That's why I love to cook. I haven't had any expert or professional advice or training, but I learn as I go along and I learn what flavours taste good together.
The second question is, do you study or did you study in the end, and if so, what did you study?
So yeah, I did study in the end. I did not get into the university I wanted to, as I said before. I did not get into London School of Economics, which is one of the top universities in the UK. So instead I went to the University of Southampton and I studied maths with actuarial science. Actuarial science is one of those weird names which people don't really know about, but it's essentially dealing with risk and stats.
And the further final question is, who's your favourite character of the Final Fantasy game and why?
Right, that's a tough question. Probably Gladiolus. He's the tough guy of the group and he's the voice of reason, keeps them in check. So Primeson, you asked me to introduce my friends so that they can taste my food. Well, today I'm going to be introducing my roommate, who I grew up with. He's one of my best friends, and he is too camera shy to appear on the video. So I'm introducing him in voice only today. He's the one who's asking the questions, but he will appear on future videos sometime. So Tediously Normal, you asked about One Piece, which is a big passion of mine. I love One Piece. Another One Piece t-shirt, by the way. So the last manga chapter I did read, and that's where Sanji realised that he was being betrayed by that girl he was going to marry. What's her name? Pudding. And it was pretty epic. I mean, you can tell from the emotions he was feeling betrayed, and he was going to basically get killed along with all of his family. So I'm quite excited to see where it's going to go. I might start a new mini-series where I start reading the manga chapters and reviewing them, so keep your eyes peeled.
Zid Grace asks, where do you get your cup of noodles from?
Zid Grace. I get my cup noodles from online. I found them on this website. It was Cool Stuff Japan or something like that. It seemed quite dodgy, but I managed to get it off there.
Alicia Cooley asks, who is your favourite Naruto character?
That is my biggest passion. Naruto, I could go on for hours about this one. My favourite character is Jiraiya, but I have two favourite characters. One of them is Jiraiya, because he's like a childhood hero of mine. He's he's super strong, really modest about his powers, and also really funny. And the other one, the joint favourite, is Hinata, because she's like the perfect girl basically.
Darklight Dreamer asks, what inspired you to make YouTube videos? Are any other channels an inspiration for you? And what difficulties did you face when you first started? Okay,
so first part. So what inspired me to make YouTube videos was another YouTuber called Yuka-chan, or Yuka Kinoshita is her full name. She's this Japanese YouTuber who eats a lot of food basically. The other part of inspiration was I met another famous YouTuber, met him at my workplace. His name was Alfie Deyers. He's the guy from Pointless Blogs. I'm not sure if you guys know about it, but you probably do. He's quite a big name in YouTube. I talked with him and he inspired me to make my own YouTube videos and try it out. So when I first started my YouTube channel, the biggest difficulty I had was using my camera because I wasn't quite sure how to get the angles right when I'm cooking. But I think the most personal difficulty I had was hearing my own voice. I'm sure many people have that problem where if you listen to a recording of yourself, you get a bit cringy. So yeah, that was the biggest issue I had, but I've kind of gotten over it thanks to you guys and your positive comments.
The Cyborg 000 asks, what dishes do you plan to do next out of all of them?
Right, so my next dish I'm going to be making is the green soup curry, because that's the highest voted on all of my videos. And then after that I'm going to be making the king stew, which was also voted for, but only after my cup noodles special.
BJ Gamer 150 asks, How do you determine what ingredients to use, and how do you know what to do to make the recipes?
So I partly answered it in one of the previous questions. I don't really know what to use, but I do know what tastes good together. And I tried to stick as close as possible to what the ingredients are in the game, so to make it as accurate as possible. So if, for example, they say basilisk breast, I use chicken breast because a basilisk is like a bird kind of creature. So I know what kind of flavours taste good together, and because I enjoy eating so much, I know a wide range of flavours.
Mouse House asks, where'd you get that Star Wars timer from?
So that Star Wars timer I got from a UK store called Mankind. You can probably find it online.
So Giulio Fumi asks, dude, your recipes look so yummy. I wonder what's going to be the perfect substitute for the behemoth tenderloin.
The behemoth tenderloin, ooh.
I'd like to see that.
Can you not?
No.
Okay, you'll see it soon actually. That's going to be on the 4th and 5th part of this cup noodle special. So that means it will be seen in 2 weeks time and 3 weeks time. So stay tuned.
The last question from Cotton Shrubs. Do you take requests on which dish to make?
Yes, Cotton Shrubs, I do. If you want anything made, just comment below and I'll try and put it in. So that's all the question and answers done. Coming up next, I'm going to be making the cup noodle with egg.
Right, so as usual on the screen you will see the ingredients required. Because this dish is such a simple dish, there aren't many ingredients. The main ingredient is the egg. Because the ingredient in the game is a Zu egg, I have used 2 normal eggs because a Zu egg is just so big. I also used dill because dill is the perfect herb to accompany the egg. So to get started, first we crack the 2 eggs into a bowl and whisk it, but when we're whisking, we whisk it slowly and not fully, so we still have larger chunks of the egg yolk present. I added a bit of salt. You don't need to add salt, but if you want to make it a bit salty, then go ahead. After heating up a pan on really low heat, for mine it's 2 out of 9, you pour in the egg and stir it carefully. And like before, make sure there are still large pieces of egg yolk remaining. Cook this on low heat until it's semi-solid and then take it off the heat. And that is all.
Yep, so I'm going to try this out now. So the cooking was really easy. It was literally just scrambled eggs, half cooked, and put on top with a bit of dill. So it's quite a simple one. So this, I'm not actually sure. Do we actually eat the dill? No. Yeah, it's edible. Why not? So I'm going to just mix it in. So you can see the egg is half cooked. Ooh. This is now extremely full and there's almost no space left in the cup. So I'm going to go ahead and try it with the noodles, see how it goes. It tastes exactly as you expect it to. There is that velvetiness you get with half-cooked egg, which you can't really get with a cooked one. And that does make it quite nice. And the half-cooked egg white, which mixes into the soup, makes the soup really creamy as well. So comparing the real egg with the fake egg, the real egg really does make a big difference. I feel it's a much tastier version. I swear they put sugar in there because the egg is far too sweet. The fake egg is far too sweet. So the flavour of the dill really comes through in the dish. Dill's got this really nice aromatic, creamy kind of smell to it. It's a really strange way to describe it, but it really does work well with the creaminess of the egg. So here's another fake egg. Definitely. So definitely the fake egg is nowhere near the real egg. So in a way, this is the ultimate egg cup noodle. So next week we're going to be making the ultimate shrimp cup noodle. We have some big shrimps in the picture. So I'm faced with a bit of a dilemma. The real egg was actually really nice, so I ate it all already, and I'm just about halfway through the cup. So now that the real egg is finished, it does kind of make you a bit sad. As a massive Naruto fan, you can imagine that eating ramen is one of my favourite pastimes. Aha! It really is. You know what? I still can't get over the tastiness of these little meat cubes you get in the real cup ramen. They're so nice. So I'm not sure if you can see, but the colour of the soup is a lot more murky looking, creamy looking. That's because of the egg, which is half dissolved into the water. Yummy. So now the soup. So during the game I replayed this mission 3 times to get all 3 different versions. And I must say, out of the 3, the egg one is the least exciting of them all. And personally for me, the meat one was the best. That's why I've left it to the last one, before the ultimate one. So for those of you wondering if for the final episode of this 5-part special, if I'm just going to be adding the 3 ingredients together, that's not going to be the case. I'm going to try and use the 3 main ingredients, the egg, the shrimp and the meat, but in a different way to make this dish the ultimate cup noodle. So I'm not sure whether it's because the egg has mixed into the soup, but today this cup noodle seems a lot more filling than before. So I finished it now, this egg cup noodle, and out of the 2 I've had so far, it is ranking number 1. So first is this one, and then is the plain one. Next week I'm going to be making the shrimp one, which I'm very excited about because of the size of those shrimp. And then the week after I'm going to be making the meat version. So in the game they used a Zu egg, which, as we found out in the game, is a massive egg about this big. I couldn't find one that big in real life. I probably would have if I got an ostrich egg, but I'm not made of money, and ostrich eggs, that would have been far too big for this cup. So there's no point. I just used a normal egg. However, it was a good quality, organic, free-range egg. So I guess that makes up for it. So like Gladiola said in the game, most places serve it with a hard-boiled egg, but in his opinion, having scrambled eggs would have been a lot better. So, you know, we tried it out. It was nice. Better than the cup noodles by itself, but we shall see whether the shrimp or the meat will make it even better. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the question and answers. If you have any more, please put them down in the comments below. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for subscribing if you have already, and I hope you will continue enjoying watching my videos. So next week, stay tuned for the shrimp cup noodles, and after this 5-part cup noodle special, I'll be back on to making other dishes, which will be first the green soup curry and then the king stew, as requested by you. So this is the end of episode 5 of Cooking Final Fantasy Foods, yay! Had a lot of fun today trying out this perfect egg cup noodle. I'm really excited about the rest of the perfect cup noodle journey / quest, which we're on right now, and most excited for the finale. So until next week, bye bye!